Hi there, I'm Andrew. Welcome to Adventure Rider. I'm just about to ride my T7 over to the workshop to switch out these incredibly uncompromising Rebel Explorer 01 trail tyres for something that can handle the tarmac. Because I'm back in the real world, having been at the Wales Baja, the Sweet Lamb Adventure Academy, a event designed specifically for non-enduro bikes to do enduro-like riding. So you have all the different classes. You have a class specifically for my size capacity of twin adventure bike, and you're just racing around a 10-mile closed circuit as quickly as you possibly can, trying to beat your competition, and there's not a lot more to it than that. So I turned up there with some very worn Analyst Capra X tyres, which are ordinarily brilliant in any situation where you have mixed terrain, where you've got on-road and off-road. Off-road, they're a fantastic tyre, but when you go into a competition environment, you will massively notice the difference in the traction coming out of corners compared to people who have got specific off-road setups on their bigger bikes. So some people on the T7s, they actually switch out the rear for 140, which gives you a much wider range of enduro-focused tyres than you get with the 150 standard. In fact, in the 150 standard rear, there is virtually nothing else apart from these Rebel tyres like it. So after the first round, I was sort of thinking, perhaps, my competitive element came out and I wanted to try a better set of tyres for what I was doing, really. And the only ones they had at the support crew that were there were these Rebel tyres. So I was curious to try them. They are pretty much new to the UK, developed by Ivan Cervantes, who is a 5-time Enduro World Champion apparently. But there's nothing really that I found out there on Google and the interwebs or reviews about the tyre. So these are designed to be a 100% off-road tyre. They are street legal and DOT and EC approved, which is really important because a lot of those events will require a road legal tyre, even though you're not on the road. They will likely have tiny minimal sections of road in it, but in any case, these are designed 100% for off-road. If you are doing a rally moto event like the Wales 500, where you will be on-road and off-road, perhaps in a more 50-50 capacity, even though that's light competitive, I wouldn't go for this tyre because it suffers so badly in the tarmac sections. It eats itself to shreds in no time, and it's simply short of unrideable. But if you are doing a closed circuit event like the Wales Baja, then it's absolutely incredible. It's such a transformative joy to have a 150 rear and a tyre that performs just like the guys with motocross bikes, rally bikes on their 140 rears and the likes, and be really competitive. The traction out of corners, the grip that you get in the mud, just about everywhere, in fact, is just completely different in a completely different class to what you get even on a good off-road tyre like the Analyst Capra X or the Analyst Capra X Rally. Those sorts of tyres, they're still way short of the kind of performance you get out of these. The tread pattern is vicious, it's mean, it's gnarly, it's more extreme than anything from, I think the closest I found was Mitas do a tyre which is marketed as 20% on-road. As soon as you go up to their full off-road tyres, you won't find a 150 rear, and that's the key thing here about the Rebel tyres. Really aggressive, handled brilliantly, not cheap, I would say. So compared to an Analyst Capra X, which is more versatile, has unbelievable handling in most situations, and very, very good durability, it's more expensive. So this is for the people who have an absolute hobby, existing quite a niche where you do essentially sort of racing and you like to be as competitive as you can within your limits on your bigger bike. Then in some senses it's a small price to pay for the performance gains that you get because they're massive. You could tweak suspension, spend thousands on that, and it won't get you anything like the time difference delta these tyres will afford you at something like a closed heavy enduro event, or whether you're doing the dawn to dusk and you're in the silly big bike class or something like that. There are events out there where this absolutely excels, but be under no illusion, as soon as you get onto tarmac, you'll wish you weren't in them. And if your event has substantial, more than 10% elements of tarmac, I really would steer clear, especially if it's wet, because having ridden these for a mere sort of 10 miles or so around town out of necessity, I would very much steer clear from them. But for what they're designed for, in a class of their own, albeit a niche one, very, very good. But yeah, for sure, I'm looking forward to switching them out today and just getting back to something that feels a bit more comfortable on the road. So thank you for watching. I hope that was useful. Stay tuned. We've got some incredible stuff coming up for this Black Friday. So if you want some fantastic deals on gear, adventurerider.co.uk is definitely the place to go, or come visit us in store in our SW6 Fulham store. We would love to see you there. So thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Goodbye.